Right guys, welcome back to another video. This time round I'm showing you what we've got planned next. We've got a load of audio and we've got the new seats. So yeah, we'll start showing you what we got. First up, we've got some Phoenix Gold three-way ZX series speakers, 6 inches for the doors, and then we've got the mid and the tweeter, which I'm going to be doing in the A posts. Paul Kaufman's currently making some pods for that, so you'll see them shortly. Next up, subwoofer wise, actually before we get subwoofers, we'll go to the amp, what's going to be pairing them door speakers. This is Phoenix Gold's latest amp, and it's a DSP amp at 8 channel. We've gone 8 channel because we've got six speakers in the front, obviously 3-way either side, and then we have also got some coaxials that will be going in the rear. I'll just show you this amp. This is very new to the market. To be honest, I don't know a lot about it, but for how small it is and for what it does, it's really slick. It is a plug and play amp as well. If you want, for most cars where you are running aftermarket speakers and that, you can get different harnesses to run plug and play, which you can see you got all the different channels and all the RCAs, etc. I would have showed you the 3 ways for the front, but Paul's currently got the mids and the tweeters, so I will show you them. Like I said, we've got matching coaxials. For the subwoofers, we have actually got 2 focal 10-inch slim subwoofers. We'd have gone for the Phoenix Gold, but there wasn't in stock. But obviously focal is part of Phoenix Gold also, so I was able to get some of these. The reason we've gone shallow subs is because they're going to be going under the 2 front seats in the bases. So you won't see them, but yeah, nice and slick, nice and slim. And then you've got your little wire connectors there, little push fits. Let's move that out of the way then. Next up, we'll show the sub boxes actually. These are from Crown Customs, designed for a transporter to fit in the base under your driver's seat and a passenger seat if you've got captain seats. As you can see, it's made up of many MDF, not rings, but whatever you want to call it, basically template rings all set up, so it all fits into every little gap into the car. Trimmed in some grey carpet, and we've got 2 of them, as I said. And to power the subwoofers, we've got Phoenix Gold ZR Series 1000 RMS amp, so that's plenty of power for these 2 little baby amps, to be fair. Yeah, so they'll have more than enough power to play these. It's basically what I've got in the Corsa to run the subs, but the Corsa's got the 2000 RMS. Obviously we don't need that much power for 2 little 10s. So yeah, pretty slick as well there. Moving on, obviously we've got the adapters for the door speakers. For the doors, T6.1 are different to T5, T5.1 and T6s, so slightly different rings. To power that, we've got a new edge unit. We went for the Pioneer. I think it's a 9-inch, so it's a screen that'll sit out flat. I was going to go for the 11, but I just kept looking and I thought they look a little bit too big, so we've gone for the 9-inch. It's got all singing, all dancing, everything you need on there. So, but the only thing with T6.1 is you need the wiring harness to keep SOS retention, steering wheel controls, and all that jazz, which is very expensive. But fortunately for us, Phoenix Gold has sent us out the wiring kit. As you know, we run Phoenix in all our cars. I don't get it for free. I do get looked after, but I don't get it for free. So, yeah, thanks for them sending me this. And this just allows to get no faults on your dash for the SOS. Also allows you to keep the micro USB, not micro USB, Type C, is it Type C? It is, isn't it? USB-C charging points in the van. So you got all the different wiring on, is hell of a lot of wiring. And then you've got, because obviously there's a double DIN in there at the Mini, like from factory, where that runs out of a single DIN section and then comes up a big screen, so you've got a blanking plate for behind there. Another lead, don't know what it's for. I believe this might be just the fascia. Yeah, so that's the fascia. So that's all there. You've seen this before. That ring is going to be put on the back of the door cards. Like I said before, just to catch any unwanted noises. Helps with the sound deadening. Yeah, and that's all the sound system. Obviously I've got the wiring kits for the amps. So that's all that. We'll move on to show you what the seats are. Right guys, for the seats, we've actually gone for these, which are out of a Skoda Kodiaq 7-seater. It's a nice diamond stitch perforated material in the middle with a lever around the outside. They're fully electric. I'm yet to see if them heated. Just got to speak to somebody. If they are, we might factory retrofit them to be working as heated. So yeah, them are electric. We've also got the middle row of seats, which is the 3, and then we've got the back 2. So I'm either going to try and make the middle 3 fit, or if I buy 3 single seats, because I've already got all the brackets and everything in the van, is then give them both the trim and see if you can do something with the material off the other row of seat, the 2 rows of seats, and try and retrim a new set of seats to match for the back. Before we can fit these, we need to get 2 adapter plates from Transporter HQ and swivel base, because we're going to be putting a swivel base on the passenger seat only, because I think they might sit a bit high if I put one in the driver's seat as well. It's quite a deep seat. I've already tried resting them on top of the existing base in the van, and they're probably just right for me on the maximum down, but on the passenger side it's a bit high. So yeah, time to go in the van. Don't know where the video is leading to, but I needed to show you this now before I start installing some of the audio bit by bit. Like I say, Paul's got the 8 pillars making the pod, so now I need to go and run the wiring and everything in place ready for them to come back. I need to get the door speakers in so I can get my door cards back on. So yeah, I'm just going to chip away at it and show you what we'll get done. Just let you know the van is at Ultimate Dubs in a few weeks. I don't know if this video is going to be before Ultimate Dubs or not. I wouldn't say it's all going to be fully in and working by then, but if I can get some of it in, bonus. So yeah, see you in a bit. Well guys, as you've seen in one of the last videos, I made a boo-boo and they changed the chassis number on the dashboard. So I've pulled the dash back forward, put a new chassis number sticker on that, so that's in. But I thought, why it's apart, it's now time to start routing all the wiring and stuff for the audio, the air ride and everything else. So we'll just give you a little run through of what I've got in so far and why I've done it like that. If we just start off with this side, we're going to be running, as we said, 3-way speakers in the front, so that means I'm having 2 speakers up in the pillar, a mid and a tweeter. So as you can see, I'm going to be running all new cables. I'm not using the existing speaker cables because my amps are going to be fixed in that quarter panel behind the driver's seat. So all the wiring is going to be running fresh from here all the way to the amps. So up here we've got one for the tweeter, one for the mid. One for the mid, I've just put a bit of tape on saying it's for the mid, same the other end, so when I'm plumbing in the amps we know what's what. So yeah, we've got 2 there for that. We've got one running in to the door for the 6-inch woofer, We've got the 6-inch woofer in this side. I've just got to put a bit more sound deadening on it. And then we've got the 2 power cables. I've got a 4 gauge and a 2 gauge wiring kit, which runs up in towards the battery, runs around the middle, runs down the middle, and then it's going over to that quarter again. But yeah, the 3 cables for speakers all running down here on the floor, round the back to there. And then I've also got the power and earth for the aeroid. I've just got to extend them. Now I've got to get to the battery. And then moving on where the seats are, I have routed in power and earth for the electric seats. So when they're in, they'll be working as they should. I've used the original earth point here on the floor, and then run the power across up to the fuse box. So I'll be running an ignition live. And then I've run another speaker cable here, but I've just put some bullet connectors on because I'm going to have a 10-inch subwoofer under each seat. But I'm going to put bullet connectors on, so if I ever need to take the sub out, I got to take the floor up or cut the wiring, can just unplug it. Down the centre, we've got the 2 sets of RCA cables running down the middle, up the back for the radio. And you can see I've labelled it again, one for the door speakers and then the other one just for the subwoofers. So because I'll be running 2 amps, we know which one to plug into which amp. But yeah, same again, which it's hard to try and keep the wiring pretty tidy, but I've tried to run it down in channels and then all together straight across the back, and hopefully when the sponge matting goes in, it'll basically just sink into the sponge, so you won't feel it through the floor. I've put a bit of loom tape in places, and then I've just put some silver aluminium tape just to pin it down to the floor. But I'll show you a couple of bits the other side. So same again this side. We've got the electric seat wiring and the speaker cable on bullet connectors again, and then 3 lots of speaker cables, same again up to there. But then this side we've got the aeroid controller. I've yet to feed that into the door because my controller is going to be on the door card, so I've just got to run that through into the door. That's the power wire what's got to get to the ignition line for the seats, and that's the ignition line for the aeroid. So them have both got to be on some fuse spurs into the fuse box. And that's all that wiring really. Not sure what I'm going to be doing here to hide that into the quarter. You couldn't go through here, there's way too many skins to start drilling through and stuff. So I'm just going to run it through there. There's a nice groove here. Maybe I have to make a bit of a box section, or see if we can get some fat conduit to run right in there into the mat, just so it just hides it. But yeah, that's that. So we just next up getting the matting in, the seat bases, subwoofers, adapter plates, swivel base. Yeah, we just keep chipping away. I'm just going to get that fed into the door, get some sound deadening put around the speaker itself. That's the woofers. Bit more sound deadening on the plastic, and then the egg box looking stuff on the back of the door card before putting the door cards back on. Right, so back of the door card, I've removed the original bit of sound deadening and I've replaced it with this dodo matting. It's better for audio and sound in general. And then on the door, I've only put a couple of patches on the actual panel itself, just to stop any rattles and just deaden it a bit, because I've done the whole of the door if you remember. And a couple of pieces round the actual speaker itself, and then the 6-inch woofer, the wiring's in, mirrors back on. So now I'm just going to get the door card back on for the final time. Door cards are back on both sides. Airlift controllers in that door pocket there. Probably are going to stay there because I don't like it, but that's in there anyway. Seat bases and the floorings are back in. I have put a bit of sound deadening inside of the base because I've been putting 10-inch subwoofer under each seat for now. Subwoofers in the box, boxes in, connectors are at the back here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to fit the new seat adapter base plate and then get the driver's seat in. That's on. That bolt has to get through with the seat. Same with that one, and then the other two in there. So let's chuck this seat on. Right, so that's the Skoda Kodiaq front seating. I've got to connect the electrics up underneath, but we just use the power probe to get in a position for me to be able to move it. I've got to say, if you've got a subwoofer under your seat, the seat brackets are a nightmare to get to the bolts. Obviously, if there were a subwoofer under there, you'd be able to get your hands under to get the nuts on, etc. But yeah, it looks pretty smart. We have come into a little problem with the passenger side, where if I have a subwoofer under the seat, I call rather swivel base, or vice versa, because the swivel base hits the sub. So it might be the fact of getting a bracket what can do both, and then if we're going away, bang the swivel base in. If I'm using it as a daily, take the swivel base out, put the sub back in. That's half our job. So yeah, let us know what you think of the seats. Well, this is a bit annoying. We've already recorded this once while I was inside at Ultimate Dubs last weekend. But as Danielle's gone to edit the video, memory card's come up corrupt again. If anyone knows why this little Pocket 2 DJI camera or the memory cards are going corrupt, what's the reason? Because it's starting to do my head in, to be honest. Yeah, so basically we're just showing you what's been done inside the front of the van. As you can see, we've got the seats in place now, the Skoda seats. They're all wired up and working. We've got a swivel base on the passenger side, so we can turn that. Subwoofer under the driver's seat. There is going to be a subwoofer going under the passenger seat, but we've had to make the box a bit shallower because it's in the swivel base. We've got the mids and the tweeters in the A-pillars, as you can see. Those built by Paul Kaufman. We've also gloss blacked all the trims around the heater vents and the clocks and the stereo, and also the heater controls. We've got the Pioneer 9-inch display there as well, and then to top it off, we've trimmed the roof and the pillars in black Milano. There ain't a lot else to tell you really, but yeah, that's the inside of the front. I'm meant to collect some rear seats today. I think the geezer was a scammer. If anyone's got a set of rear seats, a 2 and a 1 or 3 ones, give me a shout as well, because Facebook's full of idiots. But yeah, we'll show you the front. And same position was in Ultimate Dubs. We wrapped the video up here, where we was parked on the carpet on the Phoenix Gold stand. So thanks for having us on the Phoenix Gold stand inside Ultimate Dubs. The van went down really well. I had loads of positive comments on it, and yes, thanks to everyone who come over. I said they'd watched us on YouTube and seen our videos of the build and stuff, so that was cool to see. And yeah, keep watching, keep following. We've got a bit more left to do on this. I don't want to keep boring everyone with the same van. I think we've probably got one video left on this on the inside. Carpet the back, insulated, and obviously rear seats, and get the audio fully playing when we've got the 2 amps in and the air suspension built inside. But yeah, the van looks really good. So yeah, like, share and subscribe. Nice one. See you on the next one.